welcome to Queer Scout Seattle's first ever virtual fundraiser. Thank you for joining us this Saturday night for our winter telethon extravaganza. My name is Rebecca, my pronouns are she, her, and I will be your host for tonight. I only recently discovered Queer Scout Seattle, but I'm already very impressed with this community of thoughtful, crafty folks, and I'm pleased to support this event. Tonight, we will be featuring skill shares, performances, and a short film. Thanks to local businesses and fellow Queer Scouts, we have a silent auction happening right now on our event website. Make sure you've registered on our website. Well, yes, it is free to register so that you can place your bids. Before we begin, we would like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional land of the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish people past and present, and honor with gratitude the land itself and the Duwamish tribe. Thank you again for joining us. Queer Scouts Seattle is a community organization, and the purpose of tonight's fundraiser is to make our skill shares and other adventures free for all, since cost is a barrier for many LGBTQIA2S+ individuals. We are hoping to raise $1,000 this evening, and we will check in with our donation tracker periodically. Make sure to head to the event website to donate what you can. Link is in the chat. We will be donating 10% of our funds tonight to Real Rent Duwamish. We stand in solidarity with the first peoples of this land. Now let's hear what some of our current and former Scouts have to say about Queer Scouts Seattle, followed by our first skill share of the night. Enjoy.
It's a great community. It's a great way to connect with other people while you're also learning how to tie knots. Hello, I'm Carla Hemmelgarn.
My name is Sam. I use he, him pronouns. Queer Scouts is for queer and trans adults to get together and build community through skill sharing. So sharing any type of hobby or interest that they're into. It's really hard to make friends as an adult, especially if you don't go to bars or if you're sober.
It's important to have a space for queer community that isn't a club. You know, the whole founding idea was like, maybe your parents didn't teach you the skills you needed because of preconceived gender norms or something, and we would try and fill in those holes and stuff.
You don't need to be an expert in any regard. It's mostly about building community through knowledge sharing.
My name is Lee. My pronouns are they, them. So Queer Scouts was really important to me when I first moved to Seattle. I was an East Coast transplant. I knew a handful of people in trying to connect in community here. I got linked into Queer Scouts. My first Skillshare was the board game Skillshare, and I met a lot of people there who are now good friends of mine.
My name is Micah Kuspa. I use they, them pronouns. When I'm engaging in activities that aren't necessarily queer specific, it feels that a lot of the time that I am not fully welcomed. In my case, as a non-binary person, there's misgendering or assumptions.
Historically, a lot of places aren't for queer people or trans people, and that can make things really hard to want to go to if you think that you're going to be the odd one out.
I think that fostering those spaces is incredibly important for the LGBTQ plus community at large. So I led my first Skillshare a few weeks after joining. I was at the time teaching after school STEM Lego engineering classes to elementary school kiddos. And so I just brought in all my materials from my teaching gig, and we built like dino robots.
I'm pretty sure our very first Skillshare ever was Ultimate Frisbee.
We've done Intro to Sewing.
I routinely teach knot tying.
Pacific Northwest Native Plant ID.
How to make camp chili.
Car mechanic skills.
Apple pie making.
Intro to pickling.
Led a Skillshare where we all made a box with like a top and a lid.
I have one that I keep all my testosterone stuff in that I can like show it actually. Uh, yeah, this is probably the thing that I'm most proud of.
I have led one in-person cross-stitching Skillshare and one as well online. And I was really happy to see after leading that Skillshare that there were some people that kind of latched onto it and then continued to do that craft. It means a lot to share something that you enjoy with other people and they continue to do it.
I still have the little dino pin from my Skillshare when I was a leader.
Hi, my name is Roxy Robles. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm here to show you how to do some simple bike chain maintenance. Your bike chain is kind of the heart of your bike, and it's what keeps you going. So it's really important to keep it clean and lubricated. I like to clean and lube my chain about every 100 miles or so. That will, the frequency will depend on how you like to feel on your bike and how often you ride, but my recommendation is about every 100 miles. So let's get started. This is my bike. This is the whole drivetrain. I've been riding a lot of gravel this fall and winter, so it's particularly muddy. What I like to do usually is just take a really simple rag, if it's not too dirty, and just kind of go over all the chain and wipe it down, and then you'll have to give the wheel some freedom to move. But yeah, just trying to get it like less dirty. There's some like serious caked on mud right now. You can also turn the bike upside down and that'll make everything a little bit easier. But you can see that there's a lot of gunk coming off, and when all that gunk is kind of just like rotating and rotating through your drivetrain, it's going to wear down all the parts, and it's going to make your chain and your chain rings and your cassette last not as long. So you want to keep those clean. I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of gunk dropping out of my chain because it's like really muddy. All right, and if there's anything like super duper chunky or gross in there, you can use either a special chain cleaner and a degreaser. Degreasers tend to be have some kind of harsh chemicals in them, so you're going to want to use those outdoors in a well-ventilated place. Or you can use like a stiff bristle brush. This came in a special bike chain cleaning kit. You don't have to have something fancy like this. You can just go to any hardware store and get a stiff bristle brush. But you can put some degreaser on it, or you could just kind of work with it dry and just try and get all the junk out of there. And then while you're in here, you might want to take a second to clean up your chain rings as well. Once you get all that cleaned up, get some chain lube. There are brands that are better for winter riding and some that are better for dry season riding. Being that we're in Seattle, it's probably just best to get like a wet weather lube and use that year round because our weather is unpredictable. Drop it on the chain, making sure to get a drop on each chain link. Once you have the entire chain lubed, you're going to want to let it just sit for a couple of minutes and then wipe off any excess, because if you have excess lube on the chain, it's going to pick up dirt, grime, little metal bits from the road, and it's going to make your chain more corrosive to the rest of your drivetrain. Yeah, just give it a quick wipe and safe and happy riding. Bye.
That was Roxanne Robles with a mini Skillshare on bike chain maintenance. Roxy is a cyclist, seamstress, and urban planning nerd who loves bringing people together in the outdoors. With all the rain here in Seattle, knowing how to keep your bike chain clean is of utmost importance. I've heard that a clean bike is a fast bike, so this is super helpful. Thanks, Roxy. That might explain something. I don't know that I've ever cleaned my bike chain before, and I bike very slowly, so that's very helpful. Before that, you heard from a few of our current scouts about our programs and Skillshares. If you'd like to participate in an upcoming online Skillshare, we'd love to have you. Next month, our Skillshare will be on how to make origami hearts for your loved ones. Visit queerscouting.org to sign up or click the link in the chat box. Somehow that makes me think about like if somebody didn't have a heart that you could make one out of paper, but I'm guessing that it might not be terribly functional, but it's the thought that counts perhaps. Anyway, that sounds like a great Skillshare. I would love to make origami hearts. We have some incredible items in our silent auction tonight donated by local businesses and friends of the Queer Scouts. One of the items being auctioned off tonight is a private outdoor portrait session in Snohomish by local photographer Joanna Monger. This can be a family session, senior photos, or engagement or couples photos to be used sometime in 2021. It includes edited digital images and full print release. It's a $550 value, but the bidding starts at $175. I wonder who will be lucky enough to win that one. I might be bidding on that myself. Queer Scouts is committed to providing a creative and inclusive space where folks can share their passion for biking, baking, bike maintenance, and everything in between. I'm very excited to share more mini Skillshares with you throughout the event tonight. But first, we have Queer Scouts founder Sam Berliner here tonight to tell us exactly how Queer Scouts began and what you can do to get involved. Afterwards, it's our second mini Skillshare of the night, and it involves one of the items in our auction tonight. Enjoy.
Hi there, my name is Sam Berliner. I use he and they pronouns, and I am the founder of Queer Scouts. One time I was just minding my own business, and all of a sudden I had an idea. Queer Scouts, and I didn't know what it meant, but it sounded fun. And whenever I would tell anyone about it, they would say, "Oh, what's that? I want to join." And I'd say, "Great, I don't know, but I want you to join too." My dad had been an Eagle Scout way back when, and I said, "Dad, tell me everything about the Boy Scouts, and I will take the parts that I like and leave everything else." Queer Scouts is a monthly Skillshare, monthly peer-led Skillshare for queer and trans adults and allies to get together, meet people, build community, learn skills, and get outside. I started Queer Scouts back in the Bay Area. Then I moved to Seattle. I started a troop there. Then I moved to Boston, and I started the one here. So I am here to just let you know about Queer Scouts and how fun it is and how it's really something that we hope turns into something that people all over can be a part of. This is a fundraiser for Queer Scouts Seattle. The reason why they're asking for funds is to help with our number one tenet, which is radical inclusion. Anyone, as long as they're an adult, since we're not for kids, other than that, anyone who wants to participate should be able to. And that means having a sliding scale for events and having carpools and being aware of access needs when we choose locations. So we're having this fundraiser so that we can cover the costs of camp and Skillshares so that our members can attend for free or discounted. It goes to the heart of what Queer Scouts is all about, is making it possible for people to join us and build community regardless of their ability to pay. So thanks a lot for listening. Thanks for helping Queer Scouts become a reality, and have a great day.
Hey queers, my name is Alon, and I have a piece of art up for auction to benefit the work of Seattle Queer Scouts. So as an added bonus, tonight I'm going to show you how I made it. Here we go. I start by making a rough sketch in pencil. I try to keep my pencil lines pretty light so that they'll be easy to erase later, and I'm using a soft pencil that makes dark lines without indenting the paper at all. Next, I ink my lines. I'm just going around the contours at this point. I'm not adding any shading. Also, in case you can't tell, this video is sped up a ton. Inking alone took me a couple hours because I'm really slow. The ink dries pretty quickly, but I still have to be careful not to put the side of my hand on it and smear my lines. I'm using a cheap plastic nib holder with a Zebra G nib, which is a flexible steel nib with a fine point. The ink I'm using is a permanent waterproof ink, and the permanent waterproof part is really important so that it doesn't bleed later when I use watercolor over it. And a hot tip, if you're new to nib pens, sometimes they come with a coating on them when you first get them, so if your ink isn't running smoothly, you might try sticking your nib in boiling water or cleaning it with rubbing alcohol. And once the contour lines are drawn, it's a good time to take a break, let the ink dry completely, and wash your pen. You really don't want that ink to dry on your nib. An old toothbrush, some dish soap, and hot water really does the trick. And once I'm back, I'll double check that my ink is completely dry and then erase. And I'm going to make sure that I erase all of the pencil lines completely because it's really difficult to erase them once the watercolor has gone over the top. Next, I'm going to apply an ink wash. This is just a little bit of my black ink that's mixed with water, and I'm going to apply it with a brush to give the picture some shadow and depth. I have two different preparations of my black ink mixed with water. The first wash is 2 ounces of water with just a few drops of ink, and I'm applying that everywhere I want to be a little bit dark. Once that's a little dry, I'll add a second ink wash, this time with more black ink. Anywhere that I want there to be darker shadows or darker colors. Don't worry about those little mistakes, they add character. Okay, time to take another break. We want that ink to dry completely before we apply any color. I'm only going to use a few colors. I'm starting with a bright yellow and applying a wash everywhere that's going to be yellow, but also anywhere I want to be green, brown, or orange, any colors that contain yellow. While that's drying, I'll clean my brush and prepare my red. I have a few different reds to choose from, so I picked one that becomes a nice blush pink when it's been diluted. I'm putting this on my flowers. Some of them are going to be completely pink, while others are white with just a little bit of pink at the tips of the petals. Finally, I'm going over the tips of the stamens to give them a little bit of definition in orange, as well as all the stems to tone them down a little. My last color is usually blue, although for this picture I decided to mix in a little bit of grass green to make sure I got that strong green color in the end. And I'm going to go over all of my leaves with green. We're almost done. This might be an issue with the watercolor that I'm using, but it tends to make my black inks look a little bit less black. So once the watercolor is completely dry, and I mean like really completely, the paper has to be 100% dry for this, I'm going to add some final definition with my pen again. This is also a good time to add in some cross-hatching and darker shadows to add even more depth and texture. And that's it, the picture's done. Thank you all so much for watching this. I had so much fun drawing it, and I hope you enjoyed watching. And thank you for supporting Seattle Queer Scouts and for joining us at this event. So I hope I get to see you at a Queer Scouts event in the future. And hey, if you like this picture, go bid on it. Be well, friends.
As Elon mentioned, the illustration they created during their Speed Draw Skillshare is part of our silent auction. So be sure to stop by our fundraising website and bid on this beautiful piece. Ilan is a non-binary artist and illustrator. They love plants as subjects especially. Boy, I do too. The piece comes signed and framed. Go check it out by clicking the link in the chat box. Speaking of the chat box, I want to send a shout out to some of our viewers tonight. We have Lauren and Micah and Jules in the audience. Thank you for being here and supporting us. It is so good to have folks out there watching and supporting us tonight. Thanks also to Sam Berliner for telling us a little bit about the history of Queer Scouts. Queerscouting.org is where you can find more information about the Seattle Troop and sign up for our mailing list to stay updated with dates for our book club and next month's featured Skillshare. You can also find us on Instagram at Queer Scout Seattle and on Facebook. Queer Scouts is an all-volunteer organization. With few exceptions, the cost of tickets to Skillshares covers the cost of materials. During the pandemic, we've shifted to online programming, so now we either provide a materials list or create a limited number of kits with the materials so that Scouts can follow along in real time with the host. For example, last month, one of our Scouts, Anna, held a Skillshare on German paper stars, and we mailed out several kits with butcher paper to our participants. One of our goals for this fundraiser is to be able to cover the cost of materials for all participants in the future. If you're able to donate, please head over to our event website and contribute what you can to support our mission to ensure people have the opportunity to participate when they want without worrying about any financial barriers. Again, next month, our Skillshare will be on how to make origami hearts for your loved ones. Visit queerscouting.org to sign up. Tonight, not only do we have Skillshares for you all, but we also have musical performances. Yay! Electro-punk artist Brian Z is a lyricist and producer from Houston, Texas. Z is going to be performing 2 songs during tonight's Winter Telethon Extravaganza. Before we start, please note that the songs contain some explicit lyrics. So if you have young children, you may want to put on headphones and enjoy on your own.
What's up, Queer Scouts? I'm Brian Z. I'm gonna do a couple rap songs for you. Hope you like them. So it's you. This one's called Polyamory and me, and we goes a little something like this. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. We all three on OKC with status set to available. Poly, oxy free, the way that gotta be. It's not that I don't love you, babe, I just don't do monogamy. Got a lot of love in me, yes, I'm feeling lovely. You should kiss and hug on me if that's the way you wanna be. Emphatic consent, nothing less would be enough for me. Like you do things to me cause you want it done so properly. You've been talking like you want it more than probably. But I said you set the pace and that's when they got all on top of me. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. We all three on OKC with status set to available. What's your name? Fuck your sign. What are your pronouns? Do you wanna chill when I'm coming through your town? Kid, weird shit. I'm so reppin' that loud. I could be your wingman and then we can go and make out. Bandit, my style is outlandish. I don't spit no game, but my love life is lots of manage. I got these with manic. My charm is doing damage. One on each side, call that a going ham sandwich. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. All three on OKC with trying to say me late. She told me that she's got a man already, but it's cool though. I told her kick that bullshit. Matador judo. She said I know you poly biz, so we good to go. I said no, that's not me because I gotta keep it ethical. Gotta wrap it up so it never gets medical. I don't keep it clean, I keep sex safe, healthy, and edible. Coming up from air, and I heard them gas incredible. That's not about some new quiz, and I felt like I should let them know. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. We all three on OKC with status set to available. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. My girlfriend's got a boyfriend, my girlfriend, my boyfriend too. We all three on OKC with status set to available.
That was awesome. Brian and Z will be back later tonight with another one of their songs. So this event is a fundraiser. Let's see how we're doing on donations so far this evening. To do that, I am pleased to introduce our live fundraising correspondent and official master of the cardboard thermometer, Carla.
Hey there, Rebecca, and all you folks out there in YouTube land. I'd like to tell you we've made $75 so far. Woo! So folks, open up your hearts and open up your wallets to help out your fellow Queer Scouts.
Awesome. Thank you, Carla. That's great. Woo! We are making progress.
Yeah.
And I think it's time to pick the winner for the Funko gift bag. Now let's see who the winner is. Congratulations, Susan R. Someone in Queer Scouts leadership will reach out to you shortly about how to receive your prize. Thank you for donating this gift bag, Carla. And Susan,
my pleasure.
Queer Scouts leader, will reach out to you via email shortly. All right. Thank you so much. We will be checking back in with Carla throughout the evening for more fundraising updates. We're only beginning the evening, but make sure you remember to stop by our event website to make a gift to support the work of Queer Scouts Seattle today. Check out the chat to get the link to donate. That same link is also where you can find our silent auction. We have some wonderful things being auctioned off tonight. I already mentioned the photography package from Joanna Monger, and we also have a 1-year membership to Seattle Coffee Works Coffee Club. That's 1 whole year of discounts and benefits on coffee purchased through Seattle Coffee Works. Check out our auction page to learn more. So this is Queer Scouts Seattle Winter Telethon Extravaganza, and we are going to continue with tonight's entertainment. But right now, let's take a moment to learn about our troop's annual event, Queer Scouts Camp. I know that some of you have been talking about that in the chat and how much you missed that. But we adapted our biggest event of the year to the ridiculous ride that was 2020. Plus, we have a short film by Queer Scouts founder Sam Berliner right after. Stay tuned.
It was really the camping trip that sort of got me really into Queer Scout.
We get a private site where there are multiple tent pads, so we can get a whole bunch of people out there, but we also have like a space that's just for us, right? And then we'll even have multiple campfires going. We can all hang out around the campfire and roast marshmallows, your traditional camping activity. We usually eat our meals together, and if you feel like going off on a hike, we organize different hikes in the area where we're camping.
Would have been 2018. We had just a wild amount of rain. I was so cold and only had cold food. And someone was like, "Do you want some of my bacon and potatoes?" Here's a bunch of gays trying to actually start a fire. When you have experiences like that, these like mildly difficult experiences that you have together, it's a really good way for people to bond with each other.
Since we were unable to have camp this year because COVID, we did the responsible thing and had a virtual camp where we either had live or pre-recorded skill shares.
I'm just going to gently set this in here and hope I didn't overfill it. Sweet. And that's going to start melting the beeswax.
As a queer person with chronic pain, going on a camping trip by myself seems intimidating.
And a lot of people that go have been like, I've never been camping before. And this was like the first time I got to go because of the things that you've done. And so I think that's like why I keep doing it it's really expensive to get into camping. My, again, greater hope and want for us to be able to provide them with like a really basic tent or like other supplies, so like when they do leave, they can like continue to camp.
We turned out all the lights Friday night and just looked at the stars. It's not an opportunity that you get in the city. I really want to go camping. I just want to bring a whole bunch of chocolate bars and be like, this one's vegan.
You're going to be just fine now.
Thank you, Gender Busters.
It's all in a day's work, my friend. And remember, there's a hero in all of us.
Come in, Gender Busters. This is headquarters. We have a code rainbow. I repeat, code rainbow. Gloria's Brattle Shop, location 1862 Divisadero.
Thanks, Brian. We're on the case.
Good luck, team. Over and out.
Now, Julianne, this is a very becoming gown. You're gonna look beautiful at your brother's wedding. Such an honor to be a bridesmaid. Isn't this gown lovely?
Mom, I've told you a million times, don't call me Julianne. Call me Jay.
The bodice will need to be taken in just a little bit, but don't worry, honey, you'll grow. I'm sure they do adjustments here all the time. I'll go find that nice saleswoman.
Gender Busters, come in! Code Unicorn, Peterman Temp Agency, location 595 Market Street.
Hey, I'd like to register with the agency. I brought some copies of my resume.
Okay, great. We offer a wide variety of positions.
Do you know which positions are currently open?
I can check. I'm sure we can find something you'll fit right into.
Oh my God, thank you so much. You're welcome. Good luck. And remember, there's a hero in all of us.
Let's go.
I'll call you.
The gender evolution revolution has begun. Join the Gender Busters and teach the world that gender is not always the same as sex. Force our culture to evolve. Go, revolution, go!
Here's 5 things you can do to join the gender revolution.
Start a direct action group of gender revolutionaries in your area and lobby against transphobic legislation.
Visit Camp Trans to protest the exclusion of trans women from the Michigan Women's Music Festival.
Make art. Create alternatives to popular culture, like zines and films, that reflect who you are.
Organize a trans march in your area. Make it inclusive to all genders and allies.
Gender Busters. Gender Busters. Can I see what I need to see for me to live my own life? We all got to be ourselves for the world to be alright. We all go out and help each other.
Spread the word. Remember, only you can prevent binary assumptions.
Hello, sir. Guy, can I help you, ma'am? Lady, miss? Sorry, the hair is confusing me.
You just watched Gender Busters, a short film written and directed by Sam Berliner, who you heard from earlier this evening. Gender Busters was released in 2013, so some of the organizations mentioned at the end of the film are not active. However, here are some POC-led LGBTQIA+ orgs to support: Trans Women of Color Solidarity Network, Black Trans Task Force, part of Lavender Rights Project, Black Trans Prayer Book, and Utopia Seattle. Sam is a Boston-based filmmaker and animator, best known for his engaging and accessible films about gender nonconformity. His award-winning short films, Dating Sucks, A Genderqueer Misadventure, Gender Busters, Perception and Float, have screened at over 300 film festivals around the world. When not actively making films, Sam served as the festival director of Translations, Seattle Transgender Film Festival, as well as the programming and operations manager at $3 Bill Cinema for 7 years. He's currently the producer at Planet Nutshell, an animation studio in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Before that, we had a short video about our annual camping trip. Camp looks like so much fun. I can't wait until the next one. Remember that if you want to sign up for updates about Queer Scout Seattle's events, you can go to queerscouting.org to sign up for the mailing list or follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Fun fact, Sam Berliner's short film Gender Busters won an award at $3 Bill Cinema's 2011 Transgender Film Festival Translations. One of our auction items tonight is a virtual pass to the 2021 Transgender Film Festival. The festival will be held virtually in May. That's coming up. The pass for translations includes virtual access to all of the films included in the festival for all 4 days on one device. Whoever wins the bid will also be able to access $3 Bill Cinema's educational workshops and other events during the festival. You can bid on this festival pass and lots of other items by clicking the link in the chat box or filling out a simple registration. Proceeds from our silent auction, as well as any additional donations, will go to support Queer Scout Seattle's 2021 programming and help us make all of our events low cost or free this year. And as we mentioned earlier this evening, we will be donating 10% of funds raised tonight to Real Rent Duwamish. Thank you for supporting Queer Scout Seattle. While you bid on the incredible items we have for you all, we have 2 back-to-back skill shares. The first is by fellow Queer Scout and Seattle social media marketer, Leah. The second by none other than our keeper of the cardboard thermometer, Carla. Afterwards, you'll watch an exclusive short from Boston-based comedian Alexa Albanese. Leah Radecki is a social media marketer and owns 2 corgis. You can find more of her work on Medium. Leah would love it if you followed Seattle Community Fridge on Facebook and Instagram. SCF is a mutual aid program that provides no barrier food access to the community. Take it away, Leah.
Three things you should know about social media marketing. Hey, I'm Leah Radecki. I'm a social media marketer here in Seattle. I have a master's degree in English and a more relevant degree in social media marketing. Understanding social media marketing is crucial to business today. Social media includes websites and applications that let users create and share content, also known as social networking. Consumers trust social media and content creators more than traditional marketing communications. People can even make purchases directly from social media platforms. Establishing a social media presence. In order to be competitive in the digital world, businesses must establish a presence on social media. The most popular social media platforms for advertising are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Snapchat, and TikTok. These platforms all have free versions that contain ads. Social media platforms are a form of two-way communication between brands and their target audience. This improves the customer service experience, which increases brand loyalty and leads to high conversion rates. Developing a social media marketing strategy. Americans that follow a brand on social media are more loyal to that brand. A good social media marketing strategy creates content that engages consumers. Social media has the potential to increase brand awareness, build meaningful relationships with consumers, and generate leads. The social media skills gap. The current workforce is not equipped to tap into the full potential of social media marketing. Universities and companies are not preparing people for the realities of marketing in the digital age, resulting in a large social media skills gap. A good social media marketer is adaptive, creative, goal-oriented, and decisive. A good social media marketer has strong writing skills and a vision for converting leads into sales. I hope you learned something neat.
Hey there, folks. I'm Carla. My pronouns are she, her, and today I'm going to show you how to make a little taste of Ohio. Peanut butter Buckeyes. Assemble your ingredients. Creamy peanut butter, brown sugar, vanilla extract, powdered sugar, and dark chocolate or semi-sweet chocolate chips. I'm using a stand mixer for this, but you can also use a hand mixer, or if you really want to get your tickets to the gun show, you can try and mix this by hand. Now the butter, you don't want it to be cold. Leave this out on the counter for a little while before you use it. Be sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl periodically to make sure your ingredients are mixed together evenly. Brown sugar. Two tablespoons of brown sugar. Scrape down those sides. Time for vanilla extract. Now you want to add in your powdered sugar 1 cup at a time. You don't just want to dump it in because you'll get a big plume of powdered sugar back up in your face. So just add it in a little bit at a time. Gotta scrape those sides. Putting down some parchment paper or waxed paper when I make my balls. I'm using a half tablespoon measuring spoon to try and get some consistency in my size. Not always successful. And remember, the smaller you make the peanut butter balls, the more chocolate you're going to need later on. So yeah, use your scooper to get some together and then roll them together in between your hands to make a little peanut butter ball. Put them in the freezer for at least 2 hours. You want them to be nice and cold and firm. Next step, make a double boiler. Put some water in a pot. Get it simmering. Use a Pyrex style bowl. You know, something that can withstand the heat. Melt your chocolate in small batches. Don't dump a whole 12-ounce bag into your double boiler. Whoosh. Use a toothpick to pick up each peanut butter ball individually. And you need to make sure that you don't touch the bottom of the bowl with the peanut butter ball, because it will start to melt and you'll get your peanut butter all up in your chocolate. So I like to use a spoon to help work the chocolate all the way around the edge of the buckeye. Another fun thing you can try is at Halloween, instead of trying to make the opening at the top a circle, make it more elongated like an eyeball, and then put an M&M in the center to make it look like a monster eye. Yeah, just use your fingers to work it off the toothpick and put them in the refrigerator. Make sure that chocolate gets hardened. And the last step, if you want to, is you can just use your thumb and forefinger to close up that little toothpick hole in the top of your buckeye. And there you have it. A tasty treat from your own kitchen.
Wait. You're left-handed?
Yeah? Why?
I don't know. I just need some processing time. There's just such a stigma against left-handed people. In America, really all over the world, people think it's so weird. I remember my grandfather telling me that he used to naturally write with his left hand, but his teachers forced him to write with his right hand because it was more normal. I mean, the world's just not made for you. Scissors? How do you even cut anything? You can't hold them. And pens, don't you just smudge ink all over your hand? I just don't understand how you live like this. I mean, it just seems so weird. I'm sure I'll get over it, but...
Get over what?
For a year or two in high school, I tried to be ambidextrous. It just seemed like a cool thing to do. I tried so hard, but I just couldn't get into it. It just wasn't for me. I mean, you certainly didn't choose to be left-handed.
Miranda, I'm gay.
Oh, right.
That was Lefty by Alexa Albanese. She's been featured in festivals in Boston, New York, and Washington, D.C. Alexa Plays Something Funny is her original sketch comedy meets late night talk show that has gone understandably virtual. Like Alexa Plays Something Funny on Facebook and subscribe to Alexa Albanese 5 on YouTube to be in the know about upcoming virtual specials and to watch previous ones. Before that, we had a Skillshare by Carla on how to make what she describes as the traditional food of Ohio, chocolate buckeyes. Carla is a member of Queer Scouts leadership, a low voltage electrician, and an Ohio transplant who enjoys making things. As you're cozying up with the Queer Scouts tonight, maybe you're thinking, I could sure go for a hot drink. It is cold out there. Lucky for you, we have a gift card for Fremont's Milstead and Company coffee shop in Fremont and a 4-ounce bag of Earl Gay tea from Friday afternoon in our silent auction. Milstead and Company is a multi-roaster cafe in the Fremont neighborhood. They serve a wide variety of coffees from 10 different roasters. They will also start serving temple pastries on February 1st. Friday afternoon is a small, family-owned, queer-owned, Latinx-owned, geeky-themed tea company. Here you will find loose leaf tea, custom blends, tea wares and accessories, and educational tastings. As a reminder, the silent auction will be closing tonight at 9 p.m., so get your bids in. Want to give another shout out to our audience. We've got Nick and Lee and Roxy watching tonight. Thank you for being here and supporting Seattle Queer Scouts. I want to thank you all again for spending your Saturday night with us and raising money for Queer Scouts Seattle to keep adventuring. Speaking of raising money, I think it's about time we check back in with our trusty thermometer. Carla, are you there?
I sure am, Rebecca. And hey to you and all you folks out there in YouTube land. Tonight so far we've made $200.
Woo!
But there's still plenty of time left to open your hearts and open your wallets to help make this thermometer get hotter and hotter.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carla.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I would like to hear more about you being an electrician later on, because that is very interesting to me.
Totally.
That's one thing I love about being part of this group is personally, I just love learning how to do new things. And that is something that just really, I don't know, it lights me up to learn new skills and to get more information from people and to do it in a wonderful community like this and with like-minded individuals. It just feels real good. So there is still more time to donate. You can do that over at charityauction.bid/Queer Scout Seattle or by clicking the link in the chat. While you're doing that, we would like to share another video with you. This one is looking back at how Queer Scout Seattle has pivoted to provide a virtual space for LGBTQ+ community and to connect since last spring, and also looking forward to where Queer Scout Seattle is headed and how you can be part of our future. After that, we have one last mini skill share from Marlo. If, like me, you spend Sunday night prepping for the week ahead or want to start prepping for the week ahead, why not make a veggie stock that you can save to make soup during the week or freeze for a later date? Well, Marlo is here to show you how to do exactly that. But first, take it away, Sam Stones.
It definitely was like kind of a learning curve to change everything to be online.
I've done a lot of the online skill shares this year. I enjoyed learning how to fold the paper stars, even though I did it very poorly. But it was an experience that I could share with my best friend, actually, because I'd never get to see them in person now, but we both attended online. You know, as a chronically ill person, one of the small perks is that I don't have to leave my home to participate in events.
I feel like it is more accessible. Like a lot of people are just like, I would never have been able to come for either disability reasons or transportation reasons. Or one of the things that I think has been really successful is our book club. After the first meetings, someone messaged and was like, thank you, like, that was the first time I ever came out as genderqueer to a group of people, and that felt really special to me. Yeah, and I was just like, oh my god, I want to cry. Right now, we're kind of just funneling our own donations. That historically has been run off of our own salaries on it, but it'd be nice to have like a little bit floater fund. Especially to cover costs for people that can't afford it, like whatever the Skillshare is, if it requires materials, to have like enough amount of money to send it out to people just so they don't have to worry about that. I think that there's a lot of potential to be a really intricate part of the community. There's a really big gap missing for people that are like in their adulthood, 30 plus, trying to make community especially if they don't want to go to bars. I think it's really hard, and I think that we can be that mend to that.
More than anything, I just wish Queer Scouts continues this like momentum for the future and just keeps being a space to bring people together.
Hi, my name is Marlo. I use they, them, theirs pronouns, and I am a member of leadership with Queer Scouts Seattle. Today we are going to be learning how to make vegan soup stock in a crock pot made out of vegetable scraps that you can collect and save from things you're already cooking. And why make your own stock? You don't have to worry about preservatives. It reduces waste, such as plastic waste, and it is also essentially free. You've already bought the ingredients, so you might as well use the scraps to create this. So I've taken some of the items out of my scrap bag that I had frozen, just to show you what some of the things that I usually put in are. For example, I've got the tip of a carrot. I was making something with parsnips, so I've got the tips of the parsnip and some parsnip peelings. I have herb stems from thyme and a little rosemary leaf here. I have the green part of a green onion. I have some dried mushrooms and mushroom stems, and I have onion skin and the end of an onion. Oh, I also have garlic skin. Other things you might include in stock, that could be celery ribs, ends, the leaves. You could use parsley stems or leftover parsley leaves. If you have any peelings from ginger or like the end that you weren't able to grate, I think that goes really well. I often use like lemongrass leftovers. You can use any proportions. I put in there what I'm cooking along with, and that usually works out just fine. I wouldn't use kale ribs or kale leaves because those can be bitter. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower can make things a little funky, so we don't want those. And eggplant and tomato would not impart the kind of flavor we want for the stock. So that might be good in your soup, but you don't want that as the base. And of course, when I'm talking about using scraps and things that have been in the fridge for a while, I don't mean anything moldy or dirty. If something has a lot of dirt on it and you can't scrub it off, it's better to compost it. Now, things you can use that are a little bit off that you might not want to eat might be wilted parsley. Maybe you have some like really dried out herbs, like a little bit of leftover garlic that you're just not going to use, anything like that. So if it's dried out, that's fine. If it's rotting, that's not good. So now I'm going to show you how to actually assemble this stock. It is very easy. And what I recommend doing is just tipping it in here. Now, these are frozen, so what's going to happen when I pour in the water is that some of this is going to kind of condense down. I'm going to add a little bit more water in the sink off camera. So you can see that I've filled it up with water almost all the way. My vegetables have kind of sunk down a bit, so that's good. I know the lid is going to fit on top of this. And then I am just going to put the lid on and cook it on low for about 6 to 8 hours. Now what I have here is a pot that has a strainer included. You could also use your own colander. You could use a really fine sieve. I have a wet cheesecloth, and you want to wet this so that it doesn't absorb the liquid from the stock. So I'm going to just tip this into here. That looks great. Okay. And as you can see, it kind of pulled my cheesecloth down. That's fine. And then all of the leftover vegetables can be put into your city compost, or you should be able to put any of these into your home compost too. Then we have this nice, lovely soup stock here. And I'm just gonna pour this into here. I've left a little headroom. I'm going to freeze all of this and save it for later. It will keep for several months. So yeah, this is probably 40 ounces or so of stock. I'm going to write the date on them so I know when I put it in, and I usually do this in permanent marker so it doesn't rub off. So it's as simple as that. Thank you all again for coming to our winter fundraiser extravaganza.
That was Marlo demonstrating how they make soup stock from vegetable scraps in their stock pots. Marlo is a member of Queer Scouts leadership. Their hobbies are cooking, baking, and writing zines. Marlo taught lavender salve at camp and has taught mini zine skill shares for Queer Scouts as well. Before that, you heard some of our goals for the future of Queer Scouts, as well as some of our new virtual programming, like our book club. In February, the Queer Scouts Seattle Book Club will be reading In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado. To learn more, visit queerscouting.org. Make sure to sign up for our newsletter and follow us on your preferred social media to stay up to date with what the book club is reading next and on upcoming events. Before we take a look at where we are for the night with donations, I'd love to highlight one more of our action items. Tonight, one lucky winner will win 3 60-minute personal training sessions with personal trainer and founder-owner of Emancipation Fitness, Susan Rosenberg. Marlo, whose Skillshare you just watched, is one of her clients and says, I was always intimidated by the idea of going to a personal trainer as a queer, non-binary person, especially since I have a history of orthorexia. Susan's methods of body-positive goal setting, working with injuries, and person-first training were exactly what I needed. As we've shifted from cross-training for swimming to working out at home during a pandemic, I've felt encouraged and supported in trying new exercises and learning good form to prevent injuries. Plus, it's just cool to work out with a rad queer person. Indeed. Awesome. Thanks, Marlo. Remember that all donations and final winning bids on our auction items will go directly towards sustaining our programming. Now let's check in with Carla. Hey, Carla. Oh, it's me. I don't know if you recognize me. This is Rebecca still.
Hey, yeah, that's a rad unicorn onesie.
So I have a tail, but
oh wow,
can't really see it from here. Sorry.
That's amazing. Almost as amazing as how much money we've made. We're up to $400, gang.
Yeah.
Woo. Let's try and get this all the way up into the green, okay?
I think we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your support and encouragement, Carla.
Oh yeah, I'm always here for you.
All right. Once again, thank you for spending your evening with us. We have one final performance for you tonight, but before that, we want to let you know that you can still contribute to the sustainability of Queer Scout Seattle's 2021 programming. Head over to the link in the chat and donate. Now, it is my pleasure to reintroduce Brian as Z. Make sure to put on some headphones if you have kids nearby, as their content is explicit. Whee!
That is the wrong song. But that's okay. I can go get the right song by looking at yeah. Gotta take these off because of the glare. Okay. We can ride if you want to. Stars in my eyes, we can rise if you want to. We can ride if you want to. Stars in my eyes. Yeah. This way to the wave. You can find me sitting sideways with my babe. Busy, still vicious, I ain't never been behaved. All up in that ass, everything I do depraved. From the cradle to the grave, trailblazer, never touched the path already paved. Good Lord, I ain't getting saved, cause you can fill my grave with the dirt I did today. What you say, what you say, what you say. Make the wrong move and you'll make my fucking day. Make the wrong move and I'll fucking make your heart stop. You gon' learn today the goddess gang don't play. We can ride if you want to. Stars in my eyes, we can rise if you want to. We can ride if you want to. Stars in my eyes. Yeah. Real big dog boss shit, often. I ain't even trying, I'm just heading to my coffin. Token asthmatic black lung when I'm coughing. I don't even smoke, catching contact awesome. Cold motherfucker the way that I did it on them. Probably your only possibility of problem. Mobbing in Austin, flags burning on the 4th. While I was headlining on a backyard porch. Serious as heart attack, whole squad holler back at it again with that got transpanic attack. Give a fuck about what's legal. Enough of my people got people that somebody could equal. Desert Eagle if they need to. We can ride if you want to. Stars in my eyes, we can ride if you want to. We can ride if you want to. Stars in my eyes. Yeah. Big mood, I make big moves. I'm pushing every obstacle until the shit moves. I just keep it dedicated like a can lose. No time for FaceTime, just send nudes. Shorty got a donk and I want a dunk. Numbers on the board, I'ma light it up. Told you motherfuckers that I've been boss. Come and let me put some dick up on your lip gloss. Bend it over, I'm smacking like flip-flops. Put it in reverse, I wear it out like crisscross. G'd up, feet up, Jesus, I'm straight up chillin'. Shorty, how you feelin'? We can ride if you want to. Stars in my eyes, we can rise if you want to. We can ride if you want to. Stars in my eyes. Yeah. I popped a pill and now I'm chillin'. Bad mood, bad news, down to play the villain. How you claim you drippin' when your clit is so ashy? Ain't got a damn thing for you, don't ask me. Girl dick to the front, titty on the back beat. Meet me in the back, I'm about to clap that back knee. Fucking with a bad bitch, money in a mattress. She gon' keep it blunt, so you know I have to match it. Gotta stay strapped, never hit it bareback. And when I hit it just like a bear attack. Look at that. Yeah. Fuck you. Thank you very much. Shut this shit off, kid mouse. Thanks for having me. Shout out to Sam Stones.
takes the lead.
That's my time. Thank you.
That was a great way to end the night. Thank you so much to Brian and Z for sharing your music with us. And a huge thank you to all the Queer Scouts who contributed their time and skills to tonight's program. Remember that our silent auction is not over yet. It will close tonight at 9 p.m. Those with the highest bids will receive an email once the auction closes, and one of our Queer Scouts will reach out to you. It looks like we have an update coming in from our live donation thermometer. Carla, are you there?
I sure am. Hi, Rebecca, and all you folks out there in YouTube land. I have great news. We have blown past our goal. Once we added in all the totals from the silent auctions, we have made $1,559.
Yeah, that's awesome. Woo!
So thanks everybody for contributing.
Oh my goodness. I really want to know how you made that thermometer, but this might not be the time. I don't know. maybe you can do a skill share on it someday. So
there we
all
go.
Make our own fundraiser thermometers. That would be great. Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you all again so much for joining us tonight. If you haven't done so yet, it is not too late to make a gift. Remember, Queer Scout Seattle, you can support Queer Scout Seattle year-round by going to queerscouting.org. You could make a donation tonight. You could make a donation next week or next month. Whenever feels right to you, you can support Queer Scout Seattle. Thank you, everyone, and take care.